Hi, my name is Amit, and I'm going to talk to you today about chat robots. Now, chat robots are a computer program where you type your question or what you want to say, and the computer writes back to you like a person. This is actually a good thing when you want to practice for the IELTS Part 1 speaking. And I'll tell you why. It's because conversation is a natural thing. So there's one thing there. A conversation is back and forth, questions and answers. I say something, you say something, and I add something to what you said, but it's always taking turns. So we know that conversations are important. Now we're going to find out about vague language. So all chatbots have two kinds of answers: programmed answers and random answers. A programmed answer is an answer which the programmer tells the chatbot to say. So if I ask the chatbot a question, say for example, do you like dessert? Do you like dessert? Let's see. I guess. See? So here you have a vague answer. An answer like I guess is better than saying no, because that doesn't sound like a person. That sounds more like robotic. No, I don't. The reason why a chatbot programmer would want to use a vague answer is because chatbots can't know the answer to everything. You can ask a chatbot, do you like dessert? And a programmer could very well program the chatbot to say, yes, I love chocolate cake. So every time you ask the question, do you like dessert? The robot will sound smart and it'll say, yeah, I love chocolate cake. And that'll be great. But what if the user asks the robot a question that the robot doesn't know the answer to? Like, what's your favorite music? Maybe the robot has no idea, and there's no answer programmed for that. So what happens when the robot doesn't know how to answer is it gives a random answer, and that answer is a one answer fits all answer. For example, I'll listen to a little bit of everything, or I'm not sure. Those answers, they don't say yes or no, they're deliberately vague. And the reason why that's good for us as IELTS candidates who want to study for the IELTS is because we also need to give those answers. During an IELTS test, we often don't know what the answer is. If an examiner asks us if we like perfume, we don't know anything about perfume, and rather than get stuck in a conversation about perfume, if we say, I don't know anything about perfume, and the examiner asks me, why don't you know, or why, I'm stuck trying to explain myself about a difficult subject. So it's better if I give an answer that goes like, I guess so, or maybe sometimes, and end that question and move on to the next. You see? So that's the reason why chat robots are so useful. The first reason is because of vague language. They teach us how to use vague language in a natural setting, that is, in a conversation setting. Do you like sweets? I'm not sure. I get fat when I eat sweets. Do you like wearing jeans? I'm not sure. They look good, but they're uncomfortable. I noticed that a lot of candidates they say the same thing over and over again. They say, it depends, it depends. It would be good for the candidates to learn how to use, I'm not sure, and the other one, I guess. One drawback of chat robots is that the language that's programmed there is whatever somebody wanted to say. And what the robot says might not be good for the IELTS test. So you should always ask somebody and never just take everything a chat robot says and repeat it during an interview. I'm definitely not telling you to do that. You should always make sure to ask another person. Ask your teacher, ask somebody, a native speaker or whatever. So another good thing about chatbots is they never get bored. Like I say, you can ask a question again and again. I'm copying and pasting hello. Hello, how are you? How are you today? Hello, how are you today? Hello, how are you? So I keep saying hello and hello, hello. Do you have a favorite book? I get this answer. Are you serious? And look at the emoji. Chatbots can show us how to show emotions. Chatbot uses an emoji, but we don't use emojis. We use our bodies. On the IELTS test, we use our hands, our faces, our eyes to communicate. So it seems ironic that we are learning about emotions from a chat robot. I mean, we want to have a very human feel to these. And so that's precisely where these chatbots are going to have a benefit on you, the candidate. So as funny as it sounds, a chat robot can teach you how to produce natural sounding answers. So I asked this chatbot, in what situations do people laugh? That's an IELTS question. And then the chatbot said, here is a joke. So the chatbot wanted to tell me a joke. When the examiner asks about laughing and smiling, this is an appropriate time to talk about jokes. So it's not always a good idea to talk about jokes. If the examiner asks a serious question, you cannot do this. But in this case, you can. So context is very important. Just a quick fourth benefit of chat robots is that you can learn popular culture. Look at a question here I asked. Do you have a favorite book? And the answer is 1984 by George Orwell. One final thing I wanted to say about chatbots is that it's pretty hard to find a real live person to practice with. I mean, if you had a friend, would they come running over to your house to answer your questions over and over again?